My name is Isaiah Mumba, and I'm a member of the Grow Green Chipembele Club of Lusaka Boys. I've been a member of the Chipembele Club since I started grade 10, and now I'm in grade 12.
My name is Amos Titima, and I'm a grade 12 pupil at Lusaka Boys Secondary School. I've been a member of Chipembele Club from grade 10 in 2018.
My name is Joyce Amakai. I've been a member of Grow Green Club since grade 10, 3. That's when I joined that.
My name is Mapalo Piri, and I've been in this Grow Green Club from 2018 up to date. Yes.
My name is Benson Chala, and I'm the head boy at Lusaka Boys Secondary School. I've been a member of the Chipembele Club since when I came to this school. That was in 2018, grade 10.
In the Chipembele Club, Grow Green, there's been a project which has been running known as the Smart Agriculture Zambia, which helps us to realize that the climate is changing, and we also have to change the ways in which we do our agriculture. So if things change, we adapt in short. So we need to adapt to this change to make sure that we are not affected in a bad way. The Smart Agriculture project, it teaches us that we can do agriculture in a smart way. Okay, from the names, in a smart way. So we are taught techniques on how to do farming. For example, incorporating trees that help retain the nutrition of the soil. Trees like the acacia tree and the lucina, these help fix nitrogen into the soil. So it is a clean way of keeping the soil fertile, rather than using chemical fertilizers which end up causing the soil to be acidic.
So on this portion of land, we have actually grown eggplants, we have grown acacia trees, and we have also grown lucina. This project is a way in which we can reduce climate change in a way. So we are growing different plants of trees which are good absorbers of carbon dioxide. We know that carbon dioxide is one of the gases which affects the ozone layer. So here at school we grow different types of plants, different types of trees which absorb carbon dioxide and actually give more nutrients to the land, so that we can adapt to different climate changes such as drought and other stuff.
So I'm going to talk about conservation farming, which is also known as sustainable farming. Yeah, this farming preserves the sustainability of the environment. The importance of this farming, why we learn about it, it doesn't kill the fertility of the soil. Yes, so as you can see, crops here, why we leave these after we harvest, we leave this because it preserves moisture. These trees, such as this one is a lucina, we also have acacia. These trees are nitrogen fixing plants. They help, instead of us using pesticides and fertilizers, we can use these because they will help. One, they have a good root system, so they help the other crops.
The reason why I joined Chipembele Club, it's because I love caring about the environment. As a child, I've learned a lot, and I've learned the impact of climate change, because I know that whatever we do, it always has an impact. As we say, what goes around comes back around. So I think caring for the environment is one thing that every person should be interested in, because what we do now, it determines what will happen to our future generation. One of the most important lessons that I've learned from being a member of the Chipembele Club is that when the wildlife, God gave us this wildlife for it to help us, because from the wildlife and other plants, wild fruits, and we can use them as food, herbal medicine, and we can also use them for shelter and everything. Because many are the cases whereby maybe you are going somewhere on a long journey, then you reach a certain place, you are very tired, at least you can lie beneath a tree and rest there. So it's offering you a shade. I never had an idea of that, because I used to think no matter how much we destroy the trees, they will still get replaced, but not knowing that when you cut down trees, it has an impact on our lives.
Basically, what I've learned from the club is that climate change is real and we really need to take action, and it has really taught me a lot of things about farming, agriculture, that most of us, we only know how to, we want to buy instead of producing. We really need to take farming very seriously, because if we engage ourselves in farming, like, we'll be able to provide income for ourselves and we'll be able to produce food for ourselves. If we only want a white collar job, like, we are not guaranteed of a job, not all of us are guaranteed of a job, so we need to take agriculture very seriously. That's what I've learned mainly. And also what I've learned is that I've also learned more about the trees, the Lucina trees and the acacia trees. Like, in science, from school, from class, actually, theoretically, I've learned about nitrogen fixation, but I've never seen those trees which are able to do nitrogen fixation. So, like, I've seen the Lucina trees, like the one which is just here. We also have the acacia. It is able to introduce nitrates to the soils itself. So I've really learned about how we can improve in agriculture, how we can make agriculture our income, how we can take advantage of agriculture, and how we can also defeat climate change itself.
Mainly, my interest for joining the club was my love for the environment. I've always felt that there has been an unfairness between the way people, an unfairness between the relationship between people and their environment. So I have learned that the way you treat your environment is the way it will treat you back. The way we conserve our environment, we will get results out of that. Because the cutting down of trees has led us into climate change. It has led us into global warming. What I've learned is that what we do to our environment, it will always treat us in the same way. There are certain consequences if we do not keep our environment well.
I've learned a lot about keeping the environment clean, like reducing, reuse and recycle. Wherever I am, picking papers like that. I think that's the main skill I've learned.
Practice. I didn't know how to plant such trees.
Bad, because I've learned a lot of things from the same club. It has been very helpful to me.
Makes me feel bad, but I would like to encourage my fellow pupils to continue with this club and continue planting such, because it will help us with climate change.
A bit sad because I'll miss everyone here, but it also helps me to go and apply these skills wherever I'm going, at home, whatever I'll be doing. I'll keep in mind of climate change and how I can share this news to those around me. So that's how it has affected me.
I know most young people are not into the keeping the environment clean or conservation and the like. My message to the young people out there is that it is us who are the tomorrow, and it is us to take up the responsibility of being the next keepers of our environment. It should be our responsibility, and we should realize the love our environment gives us, that we may return it. Because we will not only be preserving our environment, we'll be preserving ourselves.
I urge all the young people, especially the youth, that they should take keen interest in caring for the environment and planting trees that will that will help combat climate change. As we have seen a long time ago in Zambia, our rainfall pattern was very good, but for now, rain isn't the way it was before, and we are losing out. We know that Zambia, as a developing country, we always depend on copper. So I think we should diversify to agriculture. It will not only help us to bring in foreign exchange, but it will also help us with our environment, because we know that we are healthy when we live in a clean and green environment.
Climate change is real and it affects everyone. It's not only a story, but we should actually work together to combat it. Wherever we may be, we should unite as a country so that we can reduce this issue.
I think the funniest activity I had was when we were planting those orange trees. It was very fun, like we were planting them together as a group. We also had high officials from the government. We had like the district commissioner and the head himself from our school. We planted those trees and we had fun. We also watered them. That was my funniest activity.